Time now to go inside the game plan with Tennessee quarterback Heath Schuler. Let's start with the off week. What's this team need to do coming off of the off week? Some players got to go home, put a little juice in the batteries. What do you expect to see coming off of 2 weeks since they played?
Well, the off week is really good. That's where you really get an opportunity to take some physical time off. But mentally, you still have to be in the game. You still have to prepare for the next game ahead. The best thing about the off week is giving some of the young guys some opportunity to come in. We talked about the freshmen playing early. This gives them more time during practice. The starters probably took a third of the snaps, and those second string and third string guys probably took 2/3 of the snaps. So it gives them some really good opportunity. But the most important thing is to stay focused. You know, no distractions, no off the field distraction. I think the coaching staff and the players have done a really good job of that going into the game this week. I think you're going to see a very positive. I don't think you're going to see a 2 or 3 series and, let's work the kinks out of an off week. I think they're going to be focused.
Arkansas has a pretty good offense, especially a quarterback, a dual threat quarterback. What does Tennessee's defense need to do to contain Arkansas's offense, specifically the quarterback?
Yeah, I'm sure the defensive coaches have done it all week long, have talked about don't over pursue the quarterback. You can't allow the quarterback to step up in the pocket and to be able to run. So you press as much as you can to try to get to the quarterback, but don't run past him. You want to be able to contain him. If not, what happens is quarterback steps up in the pocket and it becomes an open field tackle with our linebackers. And Green has done a fabulous job this year. He leads their team in rushing almost every single week. I mean, he's done all the right things, and he's physically talented. We don't need to give him any opportunities to get any open field runs at all on us.
What about turnovers? You were talking about turnovers earlier. Has that been a problem for Tennessee, and how do they eliminate
turnovers? I mean, I think that's the small things. It's those little things in the game that, you know, a couple of batted balls we've seen. I mean, a slip at a wide receiver. I'm not so much concerned about the interceptions because those maybe a couple of them we say you're trying to fit the ball into place because he feels confident in his receivers and confident in his ability to get the ball there. That will happen occasionally. It's the fumbles that bothers me the most. You know, we can't have those fumbles. We need to be able to secure the football. Turnovers leads to other teams scoring, and we need to lead in that ratio. Our defense is doing a great job on takeaways. We need to make sure offensively we don't give it up.
This week marks midway through the season already. Yes. But it's, especially for Tennessee, looking into October, it's been a historically challenging month, and this year is no different. How difficult is it to look ahead at the start of October and maybe not get ahead of yourself?
Well, you certainly can't, because every single game, I mean, we can't have a loss. We need to, in order to ensure that we're going to be in the playoffs, we need to win out, right? Yeah, there's that chance if you do lose one more that there's that chance. I don't think so this year. I think that Tennessee has to win out to stay in the playoff hunt. So every game is important. I know coaches always talk about we're going to go 1-0 this week.
Yeah.
This is the next game. Don't let anybody fool you. Arkansas's got a really talented team.
Yeah, and they're going to be hungry. They want this win. This is one that's been circled on their calendar for a while, especially with a coaching change. What is this like in the Arkansas locker room? You've got a new coach. We've seen it work with UCLA. They had a coaching change and had some success over the weekend. What does this mean inside the Arkansas locker room looking ahead to Tennessee?
Well, I think, you look at UCLA, and Jerry comes in to coach at 33 years old, a legacy a coach with his dad coaching for so many years. But you were able to see how the team actually responded to him individually as a person, right? They're talented, Arkansas is. It's how they're going to respond to their coaching staff. They got, on the defensive side of the ball, they've got all the talent there. They've just not been able to put it together. So with new coaches that come in, gives them encouragement, tells them that they're playing extremely well. Here's the ways that they can make slight changes that can have them perform better on the field, and their outcomes are going to be better. It's those type things. It's the mental game of it. It's the excitement of playing for a new coach. That's what bothers me going into this game more than anything.
So you've been pretty impressed with Joey Aguilar so far this season.
I don't think there's anybody a bigger fan than I am of Joey Aguilar.
Well, there's a lot to like here. What's the one thing, quickly, that has impressed you the most about Joey Aguilar?
And I say this, almost every week. It's his leadership qualities. I mean, it's his ability to communicate on the sidelines, his lead by example in the locker room, his on the field. It's those small things that makes big difference as a leader, and he's doing everything right.